Hello house lovers, another glorious day in Melbourne. Time to go inside the wonderful Bonaccord house and see what is what. The last stripping spots. Oh, the endless saga of this stripping. Oh, but enough of the stripping, house lovers. I'm sure you're as tired of it as I am. It's tedious, tedious, tedious. But what I am doing at home, our rental in Q, far Q, as I like to refer to it as, is planning all the furniture positions. So I thought to myself, house lovers, perhaps it is time to go to far Q and look at our furniture and see how am I going to blend the styles of the good doctor and my good self into our new fabulous home here at Bonaccord. Hello house lovers and welcome to our rental in Kew, which is a slightly less prepossessing facade than the one in Carlton at Bonaccord House. Anyway, today we are going to look at how the good doctor and I have blended our styles temporarily in our rental before committing wholesale to how Bonaccord's going to look. Come in and look at the experiment. The fact of the matter is that we are both of a certain age and we didn't meet until we were in our late 40s, which means that we both had quite committed housefuls and styles. So, dear viewers, what do you do? How do you blend? How do you go about doing all that? So here in our rental, we have had a little workshop, I suppose, a laboratory of style blendings just to see how it could all work in the final house. Okay, this is me. 18th century French, Louis XVI, an 18th century Italian gilt mirror, a fire mask from New Britain, antique Chinese porcelain, and a Burmese shaman's mask. And this is perhaps more indicative of the good doctor's style. Edra mirrored chest. This is fabulous ceramic by a Melbourne artist called Patrick Dagg. Fantastic light installation, which I might just switch on. Ta-da! And a wonderful painting by Mark de Jong, who is also a Melbourne-based painter. Now, curiously enough, the good doctor and I both loved that painting, which I will just show you because it is fabulous. Can you see? It is actually Pontillist oil paint, and he's obviously used security footage from a convenience store robbery, which isn't great, but we both love the juxtaposition of the subject matter and the amazing skill used to paint it in that regard. Plus, the composition and the colours, it's just beautiful. So in fact, this was one of the first things that we bought together. Incidentally, behind me is Cecil Beaton, the Vanuatu slit drum of my dreams. I love a good antique Persian rug. And the good doctor, a monochromatic modern rug, still pure wool and hand knotted, so really beautifully made. The pressure, the stress, the anxiety. Anyway, I put everything together in this house quite quickly because we didn't have really much time to think about such things, and we kind of just crammed everything together. So there's a little bit of 18th century, there's a little bit of contemporary, and there's a little bit of stuff that we bought together. And it works, which is great. I've always loved layers and I love texture. Now, one of the first trips that the good doctor and I did was to Georgia, the country, not the state. Nothing wrong with the state, but we went to Georgia, to Tbilisi and then around the country. I was turning 50 and thought, you know what, why not? Go and do something you want, Maddie. So we did, and it was wonderful. And on the way back, we stopped in Istanbul for 2 nights. Now, I've been there often for work, and I know some fantastic suppliers of fabrics and all manner of things. Now, curiously, the good doctor paid his way through university by selling fabrics in a department store in the 80s, and he kind of likes fabrics too. So I said, well, you know what? I know this great dealer of hand-loomed velvet ikat from Uzbekistan who happens to have a shop in a far-flung corner of the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul that you would never find unless Maddie takes you there. It's a caravanserai courtyard that's a dead end, and anyway, you need someone to take you there. You'll never find it. And I couldn't begin to describe where it is, luckily. Because all the fabrics are fabulous, and French and Italian interior designers and certain famous English ones go and buy all their fabrics there. What I also learned about the good doctor is he is an inveterate shopper, so we both had fun and bought many meters of hand-loomed velvet ikat and silk ikat, which when we came back to Australia, we then had made into these cushions, which we both love, and I thought, there you go. Everything is going to be fine. As Erica pointed out in our talk a couple of months ago, which I'll link here, good design likes good design. It doesn't matter what period it's from, where it's from, or who made it. As long as it is well made and good design and beautiful, then everything will go together. And I think what we have discovered in this rental is that pretty much everything that we own collectively has come together to form a really interesting layered picture, even though some of the things that we have here we are going to be getting rid of because there's no room in the new house. So I guess there's no easy answer to the question of how you blend styles, but simply give it a good Aussie go. And I think we've done pretty well. The Good Doctor enjoys this environment as much as I do, and I'm very much looking forward to deciding where things are going to go in the new house. It's a great opportunity to Marie Kondo the wazoo out of your goods and chattels and decide what really gives you joy. Blending Styles 101, a case study. Now, I hope everything, look at that fabulous globe, isn't it wonderful? This, FYI, is a Vatican City flag, which I felt I couldn't live without. Thanks for visiting our humble rental abode, and I might do a little bit more rental insight later on. But in the meantime, let's go back to Bon Accord. There we are, house lovers. Wasn't that fun? I hope you enjoyed a quick and brief tour of our home in Q, where we have crammed everything together and are making sense of our disparate styles, which is great. I hope wherever you are, things are well. Here in Melbourne, we are still in stage 4 lockdown, which means you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. Things are at, as they say in trade circles, a standstill, but never mind, it is all for the public good. I hope you're well, taking care of yourselves, enjoying the homes that you live in, and I will see you next week. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Do feel free to ask any questions. I'm not an expert, I know nothing, but I'm struggling my way through this journey of renovation, and I might be able to help you. Thank you, house lovers. Until next week.